RevivalHouse.net and the Revival House Network presents another commentary, and we got another Fatal 4-Way. It's our second one in the last few weeks, but we have a different combination this time because we got Josh James from the R-Rated Horror Commentary.
Hey, what's up?
First time pairing with Riverman from our normal commentaries.
Hey, boys.
The history books are gonna remember tonight, baby.
Then we have our armchair Zach. He's always here. He's just furniture.
Mm-hmm.
And then myself. And we got a good treat for you guys. We're going to be doing Day of the Dead Bloodline. I hear it's probably shitty. I haven't even looked up reviews for it. I shudder too.
Josh James actually had the guy that produced it on his show.
Well, I should clarify. He was like one of like a dozen producers on it. He said that he did some early producing on it, some of the guidance stuff on it, but I think he wasn't really happy with the way it turned out.
Yeah, he was shitting on it on your show. Yeah.
He was shitting on his own movie, dude. That's awesome.
Well, I think his part in it was somewhat minimal. He said he sort of shaped the way the story was headed, but then it was pretty much out of his hands. So,
and then it got reshaped after him and everything. Yeah,
that happens.
Yeah, too many cooks in a kitchen, I think, was the scenario. So
when we called Josh James to ask him where he was because it was taking him a while to get set up, it sounded like he was masturbating because we called him on the phone. It really did. You're like, yeah, I'll be on a second.
And then I talked about how maybe that's your setup, like you jack off, you clean the pipes, so that it's all out of your system.
What do you mean was masturbating?
Exactly.
I'm a weasel, see? Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and get the movie started. I don't know if we're watching a Blu-ray rip. Is it a DVD rip? What is it?
I got off the internet. I don't know.
Okay. Well, have you tested the file? Does it pop up like...
it plays.
Okay. What's the fucking... All right. What's the studio that put this shit out?
We'll see.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? We're zeroed out.
Yeah.
You guys will find it. Anyway, we're going to do a 3, 2, 1 count. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, play.
Hell yeah.
So, Josh James, what have you been doing besides... swiping right on Edward Furlong?
Lionsgate put this out.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
What? Go ahead.
No, that was funny shit, man, when you sent that picture and you're like, should I swipe right?
I think it was Eddie's like teenage photo too, which is even better.
It was like a Tiger Beat photo, dude.
Yeah.
Was that somebody on there and they just had his picture? Why?
Yeah, I was going to say that was the only picture they had on their Tinder profile. And I was like, well, maybe this is like the dream match for Aaron. So
any one of us.
What if it actually is him? And he's just using the youngest picture of him he could find.
Like a lot of those fucking guys online do, and you meet them and they're like 50 and fat and strung out like him.
And wearing an Inside Out Coca-Cola shirt.
Dude, speaking of which, on that topic, a friend of mine sent me some screenshots. Remember I told you guys outside of work, but somebody was using my pictures to catfish somebody.
Oh, yeah.
And it was on, I've never even heard of the app, but I guess it's like Tinder, Badoo or something. I don't fucking know. But
Grindr?
Yes. What? No, not Grindr, dude. That's fucked up. But no, they sent me the screenshots, and this fucker was, and he must have got them off my Facebook because there's certain pictures on there that are only on Facebook, right? Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, so he must have gotten which I thought my Facebook was hidden from non-friends, so I don't understand that one iota. But yeah, man. And they told me they reported him and stuff. But if a guy like that has a profile on something like Badoo, then he probably has a Tinder too with my pictures, and he might even have like all these other things. It's funny. He might have a Grindr.
Awesome, dude.
He might have a Grindr.
Don't lie. You know that shit inflated your ego a little bit.
Dude, it's funny though. Well, it didn't make me mad only because he's not really fooling anybody because he was honest about his age. He was 46 years old.
But your picture?
I'm like, I don't look 46 these pictures, so clearly I don't think anyone's going to fall for this. So that's all good.
You knew the guy?
What's that, sorry?
You knew the guy?
No, it was a friend that's a girl that sent me the screenshot, said, hey, look at this. This fucking looks an awful lot like you. Some 46-year-old out of North Carolina.
Oh, man.
I was thinking that was Natalie Portman, but there's no way.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We got a fucking movie, don't we? 4 hours earlier. Sorry, not later.
That's usually where you put the title, dipshits.
Yeah, that was kind of stupid.
What made you guys pick this movie to do?
Because we got Riverman to record with us, basically. Hey, speaking of Vincent D'Onofrio.
Is that him?
Yeah, right.
No, it's not. We were talking about Vincent D'Onofrio pre-recording, so nobody heard that.
We gotta see the Romero ripoffs. So yeah.
Yeah, that's not Natalie Portman, baby. I got all excited.
I doubt she'd be doing a movie like this. What about Romero River?
I said we gotta do the Romero ripoffs, man. We have to watch this movie.
We gotta do Contagium.
I don't know.
You know, I have that on DVD and I've never watched it.
I haven't either.
I don't even remember it. I remember it was a piece of shit. That's all I remember.
My friend gave it to me. He said it was so shitty. He gave me his copy, and I'm sure it is.
You know what's funny is the only person that's seen this movie here is Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah.
Well, how is it? Be honest.
I watched it before Seth came on to do the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4, just because I was going to be doing an interview with him. And, you know, you can't compare it to any classic Romero stuff at all. If you hold it up to just any other modern day zombie flick,
yeah,
it's not bad. I mean, you can enjoy it. Just don't get your hopes up too high, essentially. I think I said on our podcast with Seth that I thought it was decent. And he didn't really give it much, credence for what he achieved.
You seem to like it more than he did, yeah.
I mean, that's sad, too.
I maybe he's more forgiving, but I mean, you have to think of where he's coming from with it. I'm sure his hopes are way higher than mine were. So but, I was going in with low expectations.
I'm going to ask you one question. Does this main chick, does she show her tits?
I would have remembered, so I would say no.
Fuck this movie. This movie sucks.
We could have actually watched it too. You know what's funny is Zach, we first got online Skype to we were going to record Idle Hands tonight because we thought it was just going to be me and Zach. Mm-hmm. And then we got these guys on. I'm like, okay, let's take advantage and do something that they want to be a part of. And we actually got on Skype at 8:45 my time, and we didn't start recording till now, 10:30. We could have fucking did Idle Hands, Zach, waiting on everything. Isn't that funny?
We'll do it next time, baby.
Okay, Josh, would you say this is better than Survival of the Dead or worse?
Oh,
I hated Survival because I didn't like the general premise of that whole movie. So
2 words.
I don't know, man.
Horse riding zombies.
Survival is a piece of shit, dude. It sucks.
It's been so long since I've seen it though. I'd have to go back and rewatch it.
I still haven't seen Survival all the way through.
Don't punish yourself, man. It's
I remember seeing a part where a chick was like masturbating on the car, and that's where I like tapped out.
You know whose opinion I want to know? I want to know Drunk Zach. Drunk Zach, what did you think about Survival of the Dead?
I bet you get like one of those dicks that like it bends and then it goes like it's just one of those dicks that bends to the left or right. And that's okay because, you take that dick and you grab it and you choke it, you kick the shit out of it, and all day long you put up a dick's ass, bang, 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 up his ass.
Did I really say that?
Yeah, dude, you sent me these fucking drunk ass voice. You guys were doing a drunken commentary, right, with Mac and Zach this past week, and you guys called me like twice in bed.
That's fucking. We did call you. Holy shit! I forgot.
Yeah. You rang my phone. You rang my phone like 3 times, and I was ignoring it because I was in bed and I got to work in the morning. And I just kind of like forwarded the first 2. But then you guys called me a third time. I'm like, this isn't gonna end, and I answered it. And I was an impromptu guest on your podcast for a couple of minutes, and then and then of course when it was all over, I woke up the next morning to drunk messages. You like, because you always do this whenever you guys do a drunk commentary. I wake up the next morning with like drunk voice messages.
Fuck.
And you're talking about my dick is probably all weird looking, but I can use it. It still works. But no, you sent me. There's 2 minutes worth of shit in here.
Fuck.
You know what's funny?
Face.
It's like when you listen to that Mac and Zach commentary. In the context of the commentary, it builds up to it. So when you hit that point in the commentary, it actually kind of makes sense. It's like You know, but then when you hear it totally out of context, it's just like, wow. Like Zach was fucking shit-faced. It's like every time I don't know how you did like 13 shots in the course of like an hour and a half or something.
Is that not safe?
That's not safe at all, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know anything about this shit. So
you're a big dude though. Like you could probably take a little bit, you know.
Probably, yeah.
That you're really pushing it to the max. So when you do 13 shots in an hour and a half, it takes your liver like an hour to process one shot completely. So you basically
How does it work for someone like Zach that doesn't drink regularly? He just does it in a blue moon whenever they do a drunk commentary. It's the only time he drinks.
Well, I'm sure you were totally blacked out at that point, right? I mean, you must have been.
Yeah.
Because these recordings, I mean, you mentioned out of context with the podcast. These are not part of the podcast. He leaves Facebook voice messages on my phone. These have nothing to do with the podcast. He does them after, because like he'll do the podcast, they'll wrap it up, and he's still up. You know, the last time he did this, he was watching Edward Penis Hands Alone or something.
Yeah. I can imagine that happening.
Like the party doesn't stop at Zach's house. It keeps going even after they're done. Everybody goes to bed.
Yeah.
He's like, I want you to watch Edward Penis Hand with me, so I watch it by myself, baby. He's like, like, God dang. Sometimes I'm scared of the stuff that's gonna come out of your mouth when you're really wasted.
I confess my love to you and River.
Oh, God.
That'd be amazing.
All day long, foot up a dick's ass. Like, what?
It's only a matter of time until you get a picture of Zach, like, jacking off or something. Like,
dude,
like pulling a chicken leg or some shit.
I do not... If you do that and you're drunk, I hope you're at least sober enough to send it through Snap, because I do not open pictures or videos from Zach on Snap. Facebook, I won't see it coming, so please don't do it.
I know where to send it.
No, don't do don't.
But yeah, this chick's pretty hot, and the chick she was with was kind of hot. Are they gonna fuck?
Where's this motherfucking guy from? He's been in shit, right?
Yeah, I've seen him in other stuff too.
He's John Leguizamo's dad.
He's like Dime Store Dolmert Mulroney or whatever his name is.
Dormant.
Dormant.
There's a little bit of Joaquin Phoenix thrown in there too.
And a Lloyd Christmas haircut.
Yeah. So does anybody, since you've seen the movie, Josh, you can kind of like, whenever we get off track, which is pretty much going to be this whole movie, you can kind of like help us out when we stop and say, okay, what's happening, right? Because you've seen it. Like, what right now, what's happening? He's clearly trying to rape her? Why?
Did you lie to me? She gonna show her titties?
I could have forgotten, but it's highly doubtful. Essentially, what's going on here is this guy, you know, who's been like a patient or associated with her, is like obsessed with her, and he's been trying to get with her for a while, and he's like kind of mentally unstable. I don't know if he's like handicapped or what. But
yeah, we saw he had her name carved in his hand earlier.
Yeah, he's essentially just stalking her and stuff. And
so when did the outbreak take place? I'm confused.
So does this happen in continuity with like the Day of the Dead remake, or?
I don't know, dude. I can't remember, to be honest.
Because it has Bub in it. So is it a remake of the original one? Is it a sequel to that shitty Ving Rhames remake and Nick Cannon?
Apparently, it's another remake.
Own thing.
I got. What? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, how is it a remake when this is?
It's called Bloodline, though, so it should be some sort of continuation, maybe, right?
The shit in the trivia and on like IMDb says it's a remake, but who knows?
Okay.
Here's what I found about what the movie is about, and if it's a remake or not, and what's going on with it.
He was the big brother I never had, quite honestly. He was everything to me as a kid. He taught me so many things. He's taught me about loving animals, vegetarianism, animal rights, environmental issues, caring about your fans, how to treat your fans. The fact that the moment that you meet your fans may just be a fleeting moment to you and something that you're in the middle of things and you got to take time for, but to them, they're going to remember this moment for the rest of their life. So how important it is with that exchange and how you treat them.
Thanks for the history lesson, Corey. Yeah.
After we got done
we get
recording that drunken commentary, the second one, I started rendering the fucking video of
Fuck you.
the promo commentary.
You can't talk to yourself. That's meta.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, and it should be all good, playa, and it'll make my dick go.
Oh, it make my dick go hard. It cut off. It cut off of that part.
God.
Yeah, it did. It make it all good play. It make my dick go. You're like Steve Harvey when you're drunk, dude.
Fuck me.
Player.
Come on, show your titties.
Oh my
Turtles
God.
2. Turtles 2 was a good one. That was right up your guys' alley, I think. We can always tell when Aaron does a movie that he likes. You know?
Oh yeah, I actually talk about it.
You get into the movie more. You talk more about the movie.
Which
instead
is
of,
funny
roaming
because
off it.
apparently he doesn't really like that movie.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't know. Yeah.
Wait, do you guys because I think if this one's posted, it's going to be up. But as of this recording, I think it's the next one, Halloween 2, right? Mm-hmm. We had a lot of fun talking about Halloween 2 because I love Halloween 2, the Rick Rosenthal one.
We started doing that,
Okay,
and then all of a
nice.
sudden it was done. We're like, that went by fast.
It's such and there's so much to talk about with Halloween 2. I mean, for me, I think there's just tons of shit going on.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You like Halloween 2 the best, don't you, over the first Halloween? Because
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far necessarily. It's
I've
weird
always been
because
a 1-3-2 guy, but I know you're a big 2 fan.
I'm a big 2 fan, and I don't know. It's weird because in many ways I can't let anything surpass the first one because it is the first one. But the second one is the first one I ever saw as a kid, a little kid. I was like fucking 3 years old and watching that movie. My earliest memories of Michael Myers was that movie. Him walking down that hospital's like abandoned. It's so weird. Like there's no one at that hospital. It doesn't make any sense. And all the power's out for some reason. All the lights are out. But yeah, that's my earliest memories. Like him killing the person with the syringe in the temple and the scalpel and the fucking hot tub, man. Those are my earliest memories. So part of me loves watching it the best, I think.
Josh, are you a big Day of the Dead fan or the original one or?
Yeah, I mean, I think Day of the Dead after Night of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead's probably my favorite Romero zombie flick.
Oh, over Dawn?
Yeah, everybody likes Dawn best, but I don't know why I like Dead.
Crazy. So wait, you said outside of Night, so Night is your favorite?
I think Night's the original. That movie is just for me just a classic. I think it's because it just goes all the way back to the very, very beginning of probably like one of my earliest horror movies.
Yeah, sure.
And then, so that one just gets locked in, gets grandfathered in, and then after that would be Day and then Dawn.
I like Day better than Dawn too.
That's awesome. Everybody has their own, top 3. That's cool.
Well, it's all about how you kind of perceive them as I mean, because for us, we're all in the relatively same age bracket, so like, we catch these movies really young growing up and stuff, and it kind of, depending on the order or the scenarios that you're in when you see them, it can change your perception of it. So
what's funny is, speaking of that, I think my earliest memory, that maybe the first one I ever saw was actually the Tom Savini remake. No, I don't know if that was maybe because Dawn of the Dead was one of those movies that I'd seen like in passing, like on Creature Features, but I never watched it. Like I remember seeing it on TV, but I probably saw the Tom Savini remake in the by like 93, 94.
That was all over TV, USA, and all those.
Yeah, so I mean, I remember watching that. I watched that before the original Night of the Living Dead.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Night of the Living Dead remake by Savini's, that's pretty good, too. I actually like that one. You guys did that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The Dawn of the Dead remake, Zack Snyder, not bad.
I don't hate that movie.
I hate it. That's just me, though.
Thanks.
There's a lot of people that love it, which more power to them. I saw it in theaters. I hated it.
Who thought Romero's Dawn of the Dead needed more Down with the Sickness sung by Richard Cheese?
Yeah.
I mean, So stupid.
I just snorted. That was a new one.
Doing Urkel, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. Night. Yeah. Finally, somebody's favorite is Night. It's
I might put the original Night of the Living Dead over Day of the Dead personally.
Oh, fuck you. Day of the Dead's the best.
No, Dawn, Day, Night, yeah.
I think Night might get it for me because A, it's the original, and B, it is more charming. Day of the Dead's, I don't know, it doesn't quite have the character to me that Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead have. It's got the violence going for it, that's it. I don't really care for the characters so much.
Oh, the characters are fucking great, dude. They're hilarious.
Show 'em, baby, show 'em.
Oh, Josh, you were wrong.
I haven't seen any actual nipple yet.
I've never been happy that you're more wrong.
Oh, wait, they're going to dodge. They're going to avoid him, man. They're going to cut around him.
Come on, baby.
Look at his.
I'd already be fucking the titties. I wouldn't even care about the vagina yet.
Wow, he just went right into it. Is he already done?
He didn't even take off his pants either.
Oh, it looked like he was thrusting.
He put in his dick bump into her vagina.
Hey, so if we didn't have Letterbox here, you would see her tits? Because it's like the letterboxes are covering them up.
Well, that's just how they shot it, so.
I don't really think you get any more than the side boob.
We see more nipple out of this guy. Look at that.
I know, right?
Isn't that weird that we can see everything but the nipple and still feel like we saw nothing?
Isn't that weird, though? Like a nipple's a nipple. It's weird. Everybody's got a fucking nipple.
Yeah. They vary in shape and size, but they all got them.
Yeah, but man nipples, man, they don't elicit a response on me like a fully beautiful female form. You know what I'm saying?
That big titty in your face.
Big old silver dollar. What's your guys' preference? You like the silver dollars? I like the silver dollars.
I like all titties and all nipples.
Orangutan titties.
The National Geographic salamis, dude.
Orangutan titties.
Yeah.
Sorry to anybody with the salamis that are listening.
I thought you liked the big fat nipples.
I like you silver dollar, not like the salamis, dude.
You like those inverted nipples, the ones that the indentations?
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
The prepubescent boy nipples, yeah.
Oh, the little slits in the boobies? I had those.
Yeah.
I used to have those, yeah.
We all did.
That's weird, man. What's up with that?
I don't know.
I mean, this is kind of a weird question, but are all nipples like... I mean, obviously I wasn't like looking at girls when we were like little kids, but is that all nipples?
I think when you go through like puberty as a boy, like your body's like going through all these weird changes and shit. And like, I remember like, you know, my chest, my man boobs got like really sensitive and shit for a little bit. And then like, it just all of a sudden, like I sprouted, you know what I mean?
I thought you were going to say you all of a sudden you spurted like your dick.
Well, that too, that definitely started happening. But
yeah, so it's like, oh, I always had like inverted nipples. Now my nipples got boners. That's probably what you think when you're a kid.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, he's got permanently erect nipples. Like his nipples are always fucking hard.
Like Danzig's nipples on Danzig 2.
It's a great album, but no. Dude, he's got like... He walks around with his shirt off, and it's disturbing because they're always hard and erect. And like they're long.
That's gross, dude. Like a racer, dude.
Are they long enough to jack off?
No, but one of them is like twice as long as the other one, dude. And it kind of looks like those like little worms that come out of the troll's head in Ernest Scared Stupid when he's evolving. But and he blames me for it. To this day, he claims that I stretched it out because I gave him a nurple so hard once. I'm like, I didn't stretch your nipple out like it's made of rubber. But they literally do. They literally look like pencil erasers. Actually, what I always call them, they look like Totino's pepperonis from Totino's Pizzas. You know, those little like, weird clumps.
I love Totino's.
Square, dude. Squared pepperoni.
I know, dude. I want to slice them off and just put them on a za.
Yeah, it's good za, too.
It's good za.
You know, we should save some for the kids were napping.
Probably really nice kids.
That's something we should be doing.
Now, see, here's the thing. We knew this movie's going to be shitty. And so we're doing everything but talking about...
Though.
She's hot, but we're doing everything but talking about it. This guy looks like the fucker from Mars Attacks. Hi, Grandma. You know, or... You know that kid? He's from like Independence Day 2.
It's been so long since I've
He
seen
looks like Independence Day 1, dude, with, what's his name? Eddie, Cousin Eddie's son, dude.
Yeah, okay, so not... He does kind of look like him. I'm mixing him up. The Cousin Eddie's son on Independence Day is he's like a dollar store fucking Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
But
The Reeves is the man.
this guy looks like the guy from Mars Attacks. You know, the one that gets with Natalie Portman. Whoa, fucking mind blown.
It's full circle. Full fucking circle.
We got the reject Natalie Portman starring alongside the reject guy from Mars Attacks that were together.
It's a reject rock or something right there.
Yeah, a methed out rock.
Dude, that new Jumanji movie is actually pretty funny.
I saw it.
You did?
And I did actually.
I like Jack Black.
It's fun.
It's funny because I don't like Kevin Hart, and I watched it, and it was fun. Yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised. Like, it was, you know, my expectations were way low. I'm like, it's not a movie that I would like choose to go to by myself or whatever. That's not the movie I would elect, and it's kind of one of those movies that you go to where you're with a group and you kind of get outvoted, and you're just like, yeah, whatever. I'll watch it.
We need Jack Black to make comeback, and we need a Saving Silverman 2.
Well, he technically has.
Airborne 2.
That movie, God, that movie's so fucking massive. That Jumanji movie, my gosh. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that is good. So maybe Jack Black is back. And
Tenacious D 2.
Well, he did. He had a hit with Goosebumps too, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he is marketable.
I thought that movie tanked.
It wasn't a smash hit, but it was a hit. Like, it cracked 100 million. It was a modest hit. It was a good hit. Yeah. Enough to where.
I'm sorry.
The fuck is that?
I'm sorry.
I thought he was
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
start playing
are you,
another sound clip.
Yeah, I know. Are you hoarding drunk Zach clips too?
No.
That's when I get so drunk I start doing an accent.
I almost spit on my fucking mic. I was taking a drink. But yeah, no, it was fun. Jack Black was funny in it. Did you watch it, Zach?
No. It's not available here. Is it already out on Blu-ray?
No, I'm sure you could. Dude, that movie is everywhere in theaters, man.
Links. Online links.
Okay, yeah.
I know a spot. I could send you a link, because I sure as hell didn't pay to go see it, but it was funny. I was actually surprised. I was like, oh man, they actually... It's just nice to see a lighthearted movie that's where the comedy is a little slapsticky, but not just completely cliche and boring, you know?
Yeah, it's the type of movie you can go see. You can see with your family. You know, it's not dirty.
Does Robin Williams make a cameo?
Yeah, I doubt it.
They just name drop him, basically.
Do they?
Do they really? I didn't even catch it.
They name drop the character that he plays in the original.
Yeah.
I missed that. What did they say? What was the context?
You know the pilot?
Yeah, the Nick Jonas.
Yeah, he was talking about the last guy that came by that almost got him through the game or something and didn't make it or some shit like that. And he mentioned his name.
Yeah, well, he was in the jungle until somebody rolled a 5 or an 8, so he would have been there for a while.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies, we should probably talk about Oscars too, and how
God.
how. I mean, as much as I like the movie, Get Out is up for what, Best Picture?
It's up for like everything.
That's a fucking joke, dude.
That's ridiculous.
It's a really, really good for what it is. It reminds me of a Tales from the Crypt movie. It's like a Tales from the Crypt story.
It's a good movie, but there's no way that should be up for that.
It's never gonna win. It's a horror movie.
Yeah.
For movie of the year?
Unless they go the PC route and they want to give it to an all-black movie, you know, a black thing.
It wasn't all black.
Well, no, it wasn't all black, but it's a black director. Most of the cast. I mean, no, but it's about, you know, it stars a black guy, right?
That's a big deal. It's a horror movie. Jordan Peele is like gonna revamp fucking Twilight Zone, I hear, or something.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. That sounds cool.
I have every iteration of fucking Twilight Zone on DVD and Blu-ray.
Yeah, but I like Get Out. But yeah, I mean, it's like, it reminds me of movie of the week type thing. It's like literally Tales from the Crypt, but done really well. It's just, you know,
it's about on par with any really good Black Mirror episode. I mean, I'm glad it did really well because it brings money and attention back to horror, which means they'll make more good new horror movies.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't deserve an Oscar, if you ask me. I mean, it was clever, but it wasn't really that good. You know, like I overhyped a little bit. You know,
Not for film of the year. I mean, that's just...
It could end up being better than any other shit that came out, though. I haven't seen all the movies nominated.
I'm sure that movie's success is what greenlit Tales from the Hood too.
There's a Tales from the Hood, too? Holy shit.
They announced Tales from the Hood too.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
Now, I have no idea if it's really going to bear any resemblance to the original one. I don't know if they're going to have the same sort of like...
They should get Leprechaun to show up again.
yeah.
It's got the same
knows?
guy telling the stories and shit.
I think is he dead? That's what I was wondering.
I don't know.
Man, what about Shape of Water? Have you seen that yet? That got like 13 Oscar nominations. 13.
I really want to see that. I heard nothing but good things about it.
No, the thing that I hear consistently about it is it's okay.
Really? I heard great things about it, man.
I hear it looks amazing, but the story itself is just kind of
I have a copy of that. I got that Ebbing, Mississippi or whatever, too.
Oh, 3 billboards, yeah.
Maybe I'm dead wrong. Maybe there's just been shit that comes out this year. Like nothing good came out this year. I don't know.
I thought it was like a really, honestly, in my opinion, not a terrible year for movies, but just really kind of middle of the road. You know, I mean, if you look at the Oscar nominations, just like, man, if that had gone up against some movies a couple of years ago, I mean, no chance in hell, you know. But
Yeah.
I mean, Guillermo del Toro is a great director and definitely deserves to win an Oscar eventually. And believe me, Shape of Water was a beautiful movie, and all of his movies are beautiful. But it was a really, for me, when we went to go see it, I actually paid to go see that one in the theater. I could see everything happen that was going to happen. You know, like a few steps ahead. It was really, really predictable. It was very, very trite. Cliche story.
Is that movie The Killing of a Sacred Deer up for anything?
I don't know.
I watched that. That was one of the better ones this year, I thought.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. But
the guy that made it's the guy that made this movie Dogtooth. Have you ever seen that?
No, you watch weird movies.
I still think Dogtooth is his best thing, and he hasn't topped it. But
yeah, I'll write that down. Check it out.
Have you seen Dunkirk yet? I want to see that.
That interests me none. It really doesn't interest me.
It's a good movie. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was one of the first movies I saw in 2017, and it's got a lot of criticism because the narrative is a little bit on the weaker side in terms of storytelling.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a character movie in terms of like dialogue and conversation. It's more of like an experience. So you're just kind of put into this scenario, and then you're following a character, but you're sort of just supposed to be there experiencing what happened with them. I thought it was good. I mean, it's a Chris Nolan movie, and you know, it was really well thought out.
I don't jerk off Nolan, man. He's one of those guys where if he has a good movie, I'll watch it. He's not a director I hate or anything. I mean, I like the Batman movies are good. Look at that fucking zombie head. The Batman movies were good, I guess. Great. Yeah, and then but you know, I watched Inception and I just didn't fucking get the hype, man.
Inception was great, dude. I liked it.
I just didn't get it. I'm like, I don't know. It was a movie that made me
I think
it made me think way more than I wanted to, right?
I think he's great. Dude, Prestige was great too. I mean, he's a great director.
I like Prestige.
I agree.
I like Prestige. No, the thing with Inception was I think a movie that's thought-provoking should make me think about the movie after I've watched it, and you know, but this Inception made me fucking have to keep up along with it, and I was like constantly like, you know, thinking about what the fuck's going on. Okay, are we in a dream now? I don't want to. It was distracting. Like, let me like put it together to where I have that conversation after it's done. You know, make it.
Oh, that's what it did, man.
No, I was working too hard while trying to enjoy the movie. I'm like, I don't like that.
All you gotta do is you gotta put down your Ninja Turtle action figures, okay, and then just pay attention.
I haven't watched Inception. The only movie from him I liked was Memento, but I just kind of thought that was okay.
Memento was just kind of that's a movie that was formula, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I liked Memento. I'll never watch it again, but I liked it. It was good for a one viewing, and it was just one of those. It was just one of those psychological fucking Jacob's Ladder type of movies where you can see the ending coming a mile away. I mean,
it was like Irreversible, where they tell the story in reverse.
Yeah. I mean, but it was very predictable. I mean, it's like you're saying with like Shape of Water. It's basically like when you go and watch Sudden Death, you pretty much know you're getting Die Hard in a hockey rink. You know, it's like I've seen this before.
I didn't like any of his fucking Batman movies.
Oh, you're just
Chris
being a
Nolan?
hipster. You're just being a hipster.
No, I just did. I watched.
You're crazy.
I remember hearing like, fucking. Oh yeah, like my teacher was like, I'm gonna go rent. She said something about renting the new Batman movie, and I was like, oh, that came out, so I went and rented it too. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, yeah, like fucking, Batman Returns, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, what the fuck's he hanging out with this ninja for? This sucks.
They're great, man. You can't deny them. They're great.
Yeah, they're hard to deny. It's.
I just did deny them. I deny them.
Deny me 3 times.
It's your hipster, inner hipster.
No, it's funny though because it's like there's that part of you that wants to be like, yeah, these movies are so fucking. Everybody wouldn't shut up about Dark Knight, but it's a good movie.
I didn't make it through Dark Knight.
They're long. They're long. I'll give you that.
I actually like the first one better than Dark Knight, but I still love Dark Knight.
I remember noticing like the way the first one was edited, it looked like a fucking mess. Like the action sequences.
I like
it's just like a close up of Batman's face, and you just hear.
I like Batman Begins better now too. When I saw Batman Begins in the theater, and when I watched it the first time, I don't remember. I think I remember liking it, but I think I must have also felt like it dragged a little bit. But it's weird. Then I saw Dark Knight, and then I went back and watched Batman Begins, and I appreciated Batman Begins a little more.
Oh, so is Bub a rapist in this movie? That's the rapist guy. That's Bub?
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's that. I was gonna because he had the same fucking Lloyd Christmas haircut.
Yeah, and his lips looked all soggy and crusty.
Is he gonna eat this kid? Is that the kid from Stranger Things? No, it's not.
That's the kid from Spy Kids, dude.
Pump the
every fucking show is like Stranger Things now, dude. I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's like I'm over.
That second season, like fucking, for me, I thought was lousy, dude.
I never watched it.
They dropped the ball. They rushed it. They rushed that fucking series, man. And
I made it through 2 episodes and then I fucking stopped because I thought it was shit.
Of season 2 or season 1?
Season 2.
No, season 2. Yeah, season 1 was good. They hit a vein there, and then they rushed a second season, and it was just really bad. I was like, this is just terrible. It's not engaging, predictable bullshit.
I didn't think season 2 was great, but I thought it was good.
I thought it was okay.
It kept me engaged.
I didn't
to where
think
I could
the first
finish
season was great. I thought the first season was overhyped.
No, I thought it was it was good. It was decent. It wasn't. Everybody's jerking it off.
No, that's what I'm talking about. It was engaging enough to where I was able to finish it.
When people were talking about how they hated the second season, I just thought it seems more like they're setting it up to be a show rather than just one season. Like they're setting up characters that are going to show up in season 3 and 4 and all this shit. That's just what it made me think of.
Yeah, when I saw the first season, I thought it was going to be like anthology style. Like I thought it had a pretty clear ending, you know, in the first one.
They probably should have done that.
And they were going to bring back the same cast, you know, kind of like American Horror Story. I thought this was what they're going to do.
For me, I mean, when I watched season 2, the whole time I was like, I just kept waiting for the show to get good. I was like, this is just. The problem is that the charms of it have worn off. And once the charms of it had worn off, it just became this really boring show where not a lot happened, it felt like. It was just. They weren't showing me anything new. It was just this kind of the same thing over and over again.
And now going forward with season 3, all those kids, their balls dropped. Now they're not cute kids anymore. They're older. Right. They're going through puberty, and they all. So it's like that'll probably take a little bit too from it. Some of the
they'll get edgier. They'll be in high school. They'll be fucking each other and stuff.
Is she drinking cum? Look at that. It looks like semen.
Hell yeah.
Do you see that?
I want to see the main chick throw it on her tits while I jack off.
That'd be funny if she's like threw it on her face.
I'd come.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in this movie, man. It kind of looks like...
Let's have our go-to guy that saw it explain to us what's going on.
I feel like I'm watching an episode of The Walking Dead where like they're in the prison.
I agree.
It's very Walking Dead-ish. Basically what happened is they went out on that little run with the Humvees to get medicine for this little girl who's dying.
Oh, it's Maggie with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Essentially, yeah. So basically what's going on is...
they should have had the fucking dog go get it. Balto.
Now
This
it's all
is
fucked
Balto.
up.
Can you imagine getting this part to play Bub and you're like, okay, walk through this ventilation shaft. Now you're a zombie, but you're not really too zombie. You're kind of like a person still. But he doesn't, I don't know what he's trying to play. He doesn't really seem like a zombie.
He wants Natalie Portman, bootleg Natalie Portman's tits. That's all the motivation you need.
She's actually, I think she might be better looking than Natalie Portman.
Oh, I'll take Natalie Portman and this chick fucking each other while I watch.
Scissoring? No, that's all right.
She looks kind of like Danielle Harris or something.
No, she doesn't. She does not. Speaking of Danielle Harris, that's a movie that, Riverman, I remember you were talking it up, and I think The Lush was back in the day. I don't like Stakeland. I'm like...
I enjoyed it, dude, for an indie flick. I thought it was solid.
I was like, when is this something's gonna happen in this? It just didn't really go too many places for me.
That seems like one that Riverman would have hated.
I know, right? Isn't it weird?
Bleak indie movie.
It's very bleak, but I did enjoy it, man.
Didn't they have a Stakeland 2, right?
I never watched the second one.
I've never seen that, yeah. I think the cover of it was just the first movie's cover, but with a red filter on it.
So that's funny
right.
because clearly you guys didn't like the movie enough to watch the sequel. That backfired on them.
I've never seen the first one.
You're not missing it.
It's like vampire movie, right?
I'm not a huge vampire flick or fan anymore. Like, Lost Boys is probably my favorite vampire movie.
Well, now that zombies are going to be on the way out finally, vampires are probably going to come back. What's next? No, the Wolfman craze. I don't know. But zombies are done. Before zombies, it was vampires.
Fucking werewolves could be good. Like, we don't have enough good werewolf movies, really.
We don't. Even like a lot of the classic ones aren't that good.
Yeah, they need to really put some love into the werewolf genre. I know the Werewolf Cop was kind of fun, but if they only had like a little bit more money for that movie, it could have been better. But
yeah, Ginger Snaps was
Wolf Cop. Sorry.
Yeah, Ginger Snaps was probably like the last good one.
Decent one.
And before that, there wasn't a lot.
Ginger Snaps was good. I give you that. They need to fuck all those werewolf movies, and they need to do a Carnosaur remake, dude.
Fucking Full Moon.
I loved Carnosaur when I was a kid, man.
I haven't seen it in so long.
It's so bad. It's great.
I would love to see them, like Hollywood, take a bunch of these smaller horror franchises and make, really good remakes out of them or something.
They've been making remakes of small horror movies though. They're not good though.
What if they take the fucking Charles Band catalog, the fucking Puppet Master Hollywood remake?
He would be the first. He'd sell them, dude. He's such a shill.
He totally would.
He'd sell all his properties in a second.
But then he'd still make them and be like, I found this contract in the garage. I didn't sign it to them. So I still got the rights, kind of.
No, he's a weird guy.
He steals the rights, man. Yeah,
yeah, apparently that first Puppet Master box set he put out without the permission of Paramount Pictures, who owned every single one of the movies. And then had to take it off the shelf.
I did hear that. That's what, yeah.
He literally runs everything out of his basement in his house.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
You know what's funny? If you buy something from Full Moon Entertainment online, if you pay, just the standard price, you get the movie. But if you have him sign it, he'll give it to you $5 cheaper.
That's funny.
So he's basically saying that his name makes it worth less. Like,
you don't understand.
We met him at a con, dude. We met him at a con.
I know, and I bought a stack of Full Moon Blu-rays.
Yep.
It was a good deal, man. It's
It,
like
it was, yeah, like Tourist Trap and stuff. Yeah,
The Blu-rays are like, if you don't have any of the DVDs, the Blu-rays are where to go because the DVDs were just fucking VHS rips. They look like shit.
So when he was at a particular con, he was promoting his full moon streaming service, and his thing was, oh yeah, if you sign up for like a 3-month fucking subscription to Full Moon, it literally you had to pay like $20, and you got to pick 5 Blu-rays, and you got to have them. I'm like, fuck, $20 for 5 Blu-rays. He's like, and I'll sign them. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
That makes them worth less. Don't let them do it.
But he signed them anyway. I'm like, fuck, man. But it's funny though. None of the Blu-rays had like shrink wrap or cellophane on them.
Right?
They were just like, I don't know. They're just kind of open.
They're used.
No, it's kind of weird. But yeah, I got Castle Freak. I got Tourist Trap. I got Trancers. I got
None of the Puppet Masters.
He didn't have any of the Puppet Masters
Yeah,
as far
he
as
didn't.
he didn't.
Yeah.
You could buy like the fucking dolls and shit.
Hey, it's
but,
that guy from Talking Dead.
oh, Chris Hardwick.
He does a game show that I watch. It's pretty good.
Points. That fucking one.
The Wall.
Oh, I don't know what that is. That's a
Oh,
different
The
one.
Wall, yeah.
I don't know what that is. What network is it on?
I think NBC. Like my DVR.
He got an NBC show.
Yeah, I think so.
They let that fucker on network TV.
Game show, yeah, dude.
LeBron James and him produce it.
What?
It's pretty entertaining.
I think it's canceled, dude, isn't it?
Is it?
I haven't seen it for a while.
I just find him annoying, man.
He is.
I mean, I'm not hating on him.
His Nerdist podcast isn't bad. I mean, I'll give him that.
I think he's a likable enough guy.
He's a likable guy. He's striking the iron while he's hot and taking as much work as he can. I can't fault a guy for doing that. You know, he's working a lot, but he's just a little annoying. He's
Oversaturated at this point.
and he oversells his love for shit like The Walking Dead. Like, just be open and honest. You're there for a paycheck, bro.
Yeah, he can't still like the show now.
It's like he's upset. Like, he acts like, I mean, I get it. That's what his job is. He's a paid fucking clown to sit there and just be the mascot. Like, oh, that was great.
They need to renew and revamp fucking Singled Out, baby. Have him back.
The
Yeah,
Jenny McCarthy.
I used to watch the fuck out of that show when I was a kid.
I used to watch too. Yeah, I wasn't annoyed with him back then because that was the only thing he was on.
And he had the goofiest fucking haircut where you'd think you would be annoyed with him.
God,
Yeah,
that's one bitch that really fell. Jenny McCarthy is ugly now, dude.
She looks like Jenny McCarthy, doesn't she?
I haven't
No.
seen her in a while.
That's what fucking Jim Carrey will do to you.
She's so good looking in the 90s, I thought. Now I'm just like, ooh, I don't know.
It was all that not getting vaccinated shit that really fucks up your skin.
That was one of the
That and Wahlburgers.
that was a Playboy I got when I was like in fudge.
She did Playboy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In, like,
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
few times, yeah, quite a bit. But there was I think in the 7th grade or whatever, one of this kid that lived in the neighborhood, he gave me a pristine copy of this Playboy Christmas issue, and it was the main spread was Jenny McCarthy and the photo shoot like as like it was Santa Claus, and she was like Mrs. Claus, and dude, that was my best
I
friend.
remember that.
It's my best friend.
I found an old Hustler magazine.
I thought you were gonna say Big Money Hustles again. I was gonna be like, fuck
I
you,
was
man.
cleaning out a room and I found an old Hustler magazine that I've had for years.
I think one of
pages
the
stuck together.
One of the first ones I saw was the Sable issue of Playboy.
Hell
wow.
yeah!
Remember Sable, dude?
Yeah.
Sable was hot. I remember Sunny. I thought Sunny was hot. Who was the one chick? Stacy Keebler that was on there for a while. She was hot.
Are these all are those two wrestling chicks too?
Yeah.
Divas? Okay. I know Sable.
You don't remember Stacy Keebler?
No.
I know the name.
Do yourself a favor and look her up.
God, what is this guy doing? He's a little too smart.
He's gonna show her his skin with
That
the
he's
Zoe
obsessed.
in there.
Oh, you couldn't recognize him?
I can recognize that haircut anywhere. Why the
Is this
fuck?
the bub guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's Bub.
He's the rapist.
I don't get it. It's just
Doesn't make any sense to fundamentally change what the rules of the game are. You know, it's like
what?
you
And
know,
you're-
if you're a zombie, I mean, you still gonna fucking be in love with some chick. I mean, really, come on, you know.
Talking about fundamentally changing the game, didn't you say you like Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead? Because he changed that drastically, man. They're fast and shit.
Yeah, but they were just running. I think that was like the...
He meant
big
changing
change
the rules of the zombies. Like, now he can still remember this chick. But, I mean, in the original for Bub...
Look, zombies being fast is one thing, but zombies still being obsessed with the chick... You know, I mean, or a person becoming a zombie and still being obsessed.
It's already been done, baby. Return of the Living Dead 3, and it was done better.
Yeah. Hey, in Land of the Dead, Big Daddy still like had memories. You know, like his gas pump and shit.
Oh god, that was awful.
For Bub in the original, it made more sense because they were fucking like running tests on him and stuff to make him smarter.
Bub is the shit, dude. I like Bub.
Dude, when I went to fuck, what is it called? It's the one that's in New Jersey. Monster. Fuck, what is it called?
Is it Days of the Dead or something?
No, what's the big fucking fest in Jersey, in Cherry Hill? Monster
Mania?
Yeah, that's
the one that's in Arizona too. I can't even fucking think of it. What's the big one in Cherry Hill?
I don't know.
Monster Mania. It's Monster Mania. They have it twice a year.
Okay, so they have one in Arizona too. I don't know why I'm freezing up on that, but Big Daddy was there last year, and it just was really depressing because he was sitting at his table in full uniform. He had the gas station attendant jumpsuit on, and he had his little like face fucking shit on. But it wasn't even a prosthetic. It was just like a little like half a mask that went over his nose, and he had the contacts in, and it looked so fucking fake. And nobody was, at least when I was there, he was just kind of sitting there and nobody was asking for his autograph.
He was like Booster. They're like, oh, you were in Land of the Dead. We don't want it. We don't want it. No one likes you.
I remember walking past him just kind of looking at like merch and shit of other tables, and I'd make the mistake of locking eyes with him, and he kind of had this look like I was going to come to him. Like, no, I'm sorry, man. I'm not coming to you.
See, if that happened to me, I would go there out of pity.
I got 5 kids to feed.
He probably does, man.
Slippy was in that movie.
Really?
Michael Felcher, he had a little cameo. Yeah, he was hanging out with Romero back then.
No shit.
He played as a zombie somewhere. I think it's one of the scenes where like zombies get close to grabbing what's her name, Asia Argento.
I thought it was Asia. Is it Asia?
I've heard it both ways.
Do you think she's hot or not? Because she's kind of like ugly, you know. I don't know, but
she's sleazy hot.
She looks like she got hit in the face with a very big stick.
I haven't seen her in so long. I really don't remember what she looks like all that much. But I know her dad seemed to want to fuck her.
Excuse me?
He always had her naked in his movies.
He did?
Yeah.
Like how young?
Well, when she was of age, but yeah, every movie he had her in, he'd get her naked in it.
That's fucking weird. Do you think he actually directed those scenes, or he had like a second unit guy?
It's just different in Italy, in like European.
That's so fucking weird, man. It's gross. He sure he didn't get a double for his own daughter?
I don't know. She's always
nude. Was it like the brown bunny and he made her give fellatio to some guy on camera?
No.
Like, how bad do you want this job? I know I'm your dad, but we don't believe in nepotism around here. Now throat this cock.
Has anybody here ever watched the brown bunny all the way through?
Oh yeah.
I've just seen that scene, of course. I don't want to watch it.
Is it a good movie?
It's very pretentious, man. Very pretentious.
Yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio always strokes.
Wrong fucking name, brother.
What's his name?
Gallo.
Vincent Gallo.
Vincent Gallo, yeah.
He always strikes me as pretentious as fuck.
He always...
Didn't he get really pissed whenever... who was
Roger Ebert?
Yeah, Roger Ebert said something about that movie.
And he called him like a fat pig. He went on a Donald Trump rampage on him and called him like a fat, sweaty pig and a bunch of stuff.
But then he took his advice and he edited the movie down, so he just looked even more stupid. Because that was the criticism, was the movie was too long. It was like 4 hours long of a guy just riding his bike around and shit.
It really is. Him and Tommy Wiseau, they really are kindred spirits in a way. But yeah, that fucking oral scene is intense. It's like, it's so weird. Like, I don't understand. Is it supposed to be art? Or was he just doing it to push the envelope?
Probably.
Shot.
He had a boner and he didn't know what to do with it.
Didn't really look like she seemed to mind too much.
Speaking of that, I I'll be right back. I go to the bathroom real quick.
Go for it. I don't get it. Speaking of a boner, he's going to get up and go to the bathroom real quick. That's what he just said. I'm assuming he's going to
So
piss,
because if he has a boner and he's trying to pee, it might take a while to come out. Sometimes it's
he's
hard
got to do
pee.
that thing where he like puts his feet all the way back and braces himself and puts his arms in the wall. You know what I'm saying? So you can like get your boner angled right to piss in the bowl. I got to do that all the time. You guys ever get a leaky pipe? It's when you have like that cum debris or whatever like built up in your shaft.
I always take a piss after that shit.
But it's like yeah, okay, that's exactly what happens though. But yeah, it's like stuck in your urethra, and then when you wake up in the morning and you got to piss and it goes 2 different directions.
Only like once or twice has that happened to me.
It's happened a handful of times, you know.
That's why you gotta piss after you jerk off or do the deed.
It's so funny though.
So what's going on here, Josh?
Yeah, what's going on? This guy looks like Carlos from Resident Evil 3.
When are they gonna fuck, and why is my dick still out?
When can we do it?
Yeah, what's going on, man? So we're like almost an hour into this movie. What's the game plan here? Is Bub
you guys couldn't figure out just in the most basic way what's happening just by watching the movie? That's pretty basic shit.
Yeah, like the last time you explained.
We're not watching the movie though. That's the thing.
What happened was she, managed to get a little bit of the Bub's blood or whatever, and they're trying to figure out a cure or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if we were paying attention, I'd be able to put this movie together too, but we're not really paying attention.
That's kind of how we do's it around here.
Unless it's a movie like TMNT 2 or, Halloween 2, there's certain movies.
We usually do movies we know. So when we do movies we don't, we end up
Do you think that qualifies as clickbait? Hey, watch Day of the Dead Bloodline. We don't fucking talk about it.
I think people they know what to expect by now.
Yeah, they do. I mean, at first we got like complaints about that. Like, you motherfuckers don't even watch to talk about the movie.
If it's like a movie that actually has people that want to hear people talk about it is another thing. But this is fucking Day of the Dead Bloodline.
I mean, we call it a commentary, but it's just a podcast, man. It's just like a backdrop. It's fine. If the movie's engaging, we'll use that as a vehicle of conversation. But if not, we got other shit to talk about.
That's why I don't even call the Mac and Zach ones a commentary. I put Let's Watch and then the movie.
Yeah. It's probably a good idea.
But then whenever we watch movies we love, it's always a commentary because we talk about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think, you guys are like a bad influence on me because, like, even when I do my solo commentaries now, I tend to ramble off on subjects that have nothing to do with the movie.
It almost seems like if you try to only focus on the movie, you're like it doesn't come as naturally. Like,
yeah, I don't.
Well, it does tend to strangle the conversation a little bit. So, the thing is, you have to know if you're going to do a real commentary on the movie, you're going to have to like know a lot about the movie. And the people you are with have to know a lot about the movie, or else it just gets fucking boring after a while.
Fuck
like,
that.
if you're truly gonna nerd out on a movie, that's totally different. But
so we pretty much established right away that we don't want to work that hard. I don't want to work that hard. Like, we just want to watch movies, man.
Whenever it's a movie we really like, we don't have to work hard. It's just stuff we already know.
Yeah.
But then whenever we like. It's like, let's watch this. Like, we don't know. Oh, well, it'll be fun.
Yeah. And this is actually, this is probably maybe the secret to some of like what makes our thing work. We're able to pump these out on a very consistent basis because we do them the way we do them and we enjoy the way we do them. I would not have fun at all if we had to sit there and, because I used to do that when I used to interview people. I haven't interviewed people in a while, but if I'd book somebody to interview, I'd have to sit there and write out questions and I'd have to form everything. And I'm like, this isn't fun at all. This is not fun.
Yeah.
And I was good at it, but it's like, I don't want to do it. I want to, and I kind of do that with Deep End a little bit, where it's like I come up with a theme and sort of make bullet points and make notes, but that's about the extent of it. Like, I do not want to do that with this podcast. This is fun.
No,
for
I
me.
think what you guys fucking do is like perfect. I mean, You guys just do your own thing. And why not do it the way you want? I mean,
but I like the way you guys do it too. You guys are more informative and stuff like that, and I actually appreciate that. So it's just I don't think I could do it personally. I think I'd suck at it.
It just depends, because you guys, you're not like, we're a niche podcast, so we're really just about horror in general. So that the emphasis is on like appreciating horror as a genre. But you guys are more of like an open. You guys can do any movie you want, so you're not really beholden to.
Which is kind of funny because when it started, it wasn't like that at all. It was just like, greasy, sleazy movies. Then it became about everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when we started, it was all exploitation and greasy shit and all that stuff, and keeping it sleazy. And I didn't like that at all. That wasn't my thing. But I don't know. I sort of Yoko Ono'd the whole fucking ordeal. I'm like,
what's that?
What?
Yeah, we were talking about like when it started.
Yoko Ono'd it.
Yucko.
Nice.
Yucko the clown.
Yeah.
Yucko the clown. He's great. No, we were talking about the origins of BTM River and how, because we were talking about our podcast and how they differ, and Josh's is like more niche where it's straight up horror, and we were talking about how BTM originally started as straight up like exploitation.
Yeah, it was like horror exploitation. Yeah,
I mean it was like Singapore Sling and fucking. I don't remember doing any horror, man, like Freddy Krueger and shit, or there wasn't even like Dawn of the Dead. It was more like sleazy underground shit. But I think that was the Lush influence big time too. But I
enjoy that shit too. But yeah,
that's become Hobo of the podcast now.
And I think that's perfect if we can get Hobo. Yeah, exactly. I'm much happier with that because there's no way I could have kept doing that. I'm like, we got to branch out. We got to do a bunch of shit.
I love that shit though. I haven't watched it in a while because we don't do it that much.
But that is cool though. Like, I mean, it's right. It basically the old format has become Hobo with a podcast, and I wish. What's going on with Hobo, man?
You know me, dude. I'm tied down. Let's just say that. We just need to not do one of these and do a fucking Hobo episode.
Hobo's not my Hobo. You're better at that, man. That's your thing.
You should be the guy watching that's never seen it before. Like, we're gonna do Cannibal Holocaust, and we're gonna get somebody that hasn't seen it before.
We'll do.
I've
do
seen
a
Cannibal Holocaust.
Man.
I've seen Cannibal Holocaust.
Well, it's something along those lines. Yeah.
I mean, that's fine, but I think it's kind of cool that you have your regular show where I'm not like fucking popping in all the time, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's just tough, man, because I haven't been watching anything old. I mean, I've been watching, random shit on Netflix, but I don't have time to watch anything other than what I watch with you guys.
I wish you could get in touch with J-Dog, man. I did
email him. He didn't respond, so I don't know.
I don't know what the hell.
Who's J-Dog?
He did this podcast called Canadian Fearox.
Yeah.
And then he did one called Exploited Cinema, and he hasn't done anything since. So I think he probably just doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah, he just dropped off the face of the earth.
And they were so good at what they did. Exploited Cinema, those guys, they had such good chemistry, and they were so funny. I was really intimidated when we were starting out and they came on, and remember we did like the 4-way with them, with him and it was J-Dog and it was Bat 32. Dude, we couldn't keep up with their wit, dude. Their fucking wit was on it, man. They were so good, and they just know so much about that shit. I mean, it was insane. So it'd be kind of cool. I wish you could get a hold of J-Dog, but
yeah, they were kind of one of the ones that got me into listening to podcasts. Them and Dead Pit.
Canadian Fearox was awesome, yeah.
Canadian Fearox and Dead Pit, yeah.
But yeah, man, like Hobo, you don't have to. It definitely doesn't have to be a regular, super. I mean, I think consistency is what's important. I don't think you have to have a lot though. So like, however much you want to do it and how often you want to do it's one thing, as long as it's consistent. But that's probably like the best thing. But even if you just do it whenever you want, man, if you have like once a fucking month, once every, I don't know, it'd just be nice to see him every now and again. Because when you do them, those are like long, right? Aren't they fucking like way long?
They're a couple hours.
They used to be 2 movies. The last one we did was just one.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys did one?
Yeah, we did. What was it called? Island of Death.
Island of Death. Yeah.
Is that on? I had to have listened to it because I listen to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's on there.
And I remember liking it. I remember really liking it. So you guys are doing commentaries on that too? Because you used to just talk about them.
No, we did a review on that.
It was a review, yeah.
Because you used to review 2 movies. That's what you used to do. And that was, it was really cool.
I'd like to do a commentary on one of these fucking movies, Zach, so we can just throw a commentary on. It'd be easy, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's what we do here, man. You gotta change it up.
Yeah, but like once every 3, dude. You don't have to do fucking reviews on everyone, man.
It definitely had to be something that, like, because my idea was like Mondo Cane or something.
Mondo Cane would be cool.
I'll do a straight up exploitation garbage movie on this if you guys want to do a commentary sometime, because that would be fun. Because I'm not a huge fan of that genre. I'm not. I get squeamish. Like, I don't really like that stuff, man. It's just like, why am I?
You get squeamish.
Not. It's weird. Not. What? Oh, dude. Fucking. When I saw Cannibal Holocaust of all movies, that made me squeamish when they were chopping the tortoise up, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, it did. It was fucking gross to me. And I don't know, but I will. If you want to put me through the ringer and just pick the worst fucking movie, I'll watch it with you guys.
All those Jungle Cannibal movies are like that, too. They all...
I should do, what do you call it? Green Inferno or something.
We've actually done that. Yeah.
We did a review. Did we do a commentary or a review of it?
I think it was a review.
Yeah, we didn't do a commentary. Yeah, that's like Cannibal Light.
Yeah, that's true. It is. Yeah, there's some brutal shit in there, but
it wasn't too good. It was just, it's a one watcher. It's a kind of movie, if it's on TV late at night, you'll stop and maybe watch it, but I don't know.
Is he gonna say the line, "We're in a tombstone"?
Tombstone. Yeah.
Is this that scene? No, they're gonna fuck and I'm gonna jack off. Oh. It's Bob again.
Zach, do you have a Roku, or do you have a Fire Stick, or what do you?
Yeah, I got a Roku.
You should download this. There's this app on here.
Yeah. You told me I got it. Yeah.
No, there's a different one, dude. It's called the Blue Mermaid Theater, dude.
Okay.
And it has tons of like good exploitation movies on it. It actually has like, it has like Cannibal Fearox. It has Cannibal Holocaust. It has, it has a lot of good shit that Code Red came out with, like some of their stuff. It has Salo, which Salo's fucking disgusting.
I tried. Did I tell you guys about the time I tried to read that book?
You read the book, dude?
I started, and it was so fucking hard to read. I put it down. I haven't touched it since. But I still have it to finish because I started it and I feel like I have to finish it. The book is even fucking more fucked up.
Yeah, it has a lot of like Nazi exploitation movies and has all the Ilsa movies, and yeah, there's some crazy shit on it, dude.
Hey Zach, when we do so many of these, I can't remember what I address and what I don't. When we did Halloween 2, was I reading the comments that we had on Return of the Living Dead 2? Did I read the comment about the guy that fucking dissed us?
I don't think so.
No. Okay, what was this about? Let's hear this.
So I can never remember where I left off on reading some highlighted comments here. But let me see.
Sleepaway Camp too. That comment.
Oh yeah, that was on there too. But there's some Return of the Living Dead. You're right. Return of the Living Dead. Fuck. I'm gonna kind of look. Let me see. Maybe I said this, but if I didn't, I want to comment that Adrian Mendoza and then somebody else as well, they were talking about how the 4-way worked really well. Mm-hmm. And it did. Like when it was Mac and Zach, Ripperman, myself and Zach, we did Return of the Living Dead 2. And it was cool. And basically where is it at? Somebody mentioned that Gage Stent mentioned that he wouldn't mind more of those at all. So those are really cool. And he said we should do the new Hellraiser soon. Yeah. We got to do it soon. Zach keeps pushing it off because it's piece of shit.
I told you we could do it right now.
Sucks.
He just
And-
blamed me for pushing it off. I brought it up. I was like, we can do that. And you're like, eh.
Gage Sent also commented that he's looking forward to Halloween 2 because we mentioned it on that one. Well,
It's
if you're
a
listening
good
to this,
one, baby.
if you're listening to this, it's already posted. But let me go ahead and move on to. Oh yeah, let me read the one on the where we got shit talked real quick before I move on to Turtles 2 because that's.
You got to read what I said back to him, too, on the...
Oh okay, yeah. Hold up, let me find it. That's funny.
When she's looking through that, it reminds me of that scene from Problem Child 2, the rabies.
A new listener he
Or
commented
Angus.
on. A new listener commented on your. Hold on, I'm gonna find it real quick. Fuck. I'm gonna actually pull it up. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
Angus, where he drops the red dot.
Yeah.
Look, we had a new listener listen to your 5-minute house guest compilation, and we have another fan. Look at this. He timestamped this part.
You think she can fit all of Sinbad in her mouth without choking?
That was the best
I got
part
a
of that.
visual. That's horrible.
What's that?
That was the best part of that, yeah.
Your fucking laughter, dude, was fucking funny. But let me find the shit talk. I gotta find it real quick. Oh, here it is. Somebody by the name of Extraction. It's a cool name, actually. He says, "Can we get better commentators, please? This guy is a fucking douchebag." Now,
What commentary was that on again?
it was on Sleepaway Camp 2
We don't know who he's talking about yet.
because there was 3 of us. River was on there too.
I don't give a shit.
Now,
Well, something on me.
part of me automatically wants to just assume it's me since I'm the guy that leads it, but it just depends on what part he's talking about because I'm just gonna assume it's me. But Zach posted from his personal account. I agree. Everyone besides Zach should leave the show because he's so funny and amazing. I've heard he's got a 27-inch cock and his semen cures cancer.
I was hoping I could have a back and forth and just fuck with people, but no
Nah,
one
he
talked.
bailed. He bailed. It's so funny. Well, so I guess that guy won't be coming back. If he does come back, I guess that means it's one of those guys where it's like, oh, he came back even though he hated us.
If he does come back, it's because he has cancer and he saw that my semen cures cancer.
Might have to edit out that fucking music.
Okay.
Sorry. No, I want to read the comments on the TMNT 2. That's the most recent. I can't pronounce his name, man. It's Night and all that like Japanese lettering or Korean lettering. Yeah, we already did that. Yeah, he goes, Idle Hands is the dankest film of all time. It's right up there with the magnificent Biodome. Jessica Alba and her little white panties is worth the price of admission alone.
Fuck yeah, Jessica Alba's first movie.
Dude, this guy sounds like he's you. Like, do you have a dual account? Like,
You caught me. Yeah, we were gonna do Idle Hands tonight, but then we got Riverman, and then we got John.
Sorry.
And
We'll
it's
do
all
it,
right.
though.
We'll do Idle Hands very soon, maybe even next. And then let's see, Trend Killer. What did he say here? Oh, he didn't put a timestamp, but I think I know what he's talking about. He starts quoting the Tool song "Stink Fist." Knuckle deep inside the borderline. This may hurt a little, but it's something you'll get used to. And he goes, "That's some ironic shit." Wasn't I talking about something like that? Oh, it was when we were talking about wiping our ass.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I said I stick my finger up my ass, and you're like, I don't do that. I'm like, come on, it's really clean. I said, he's like, how deep do you go? And I'm like, I go to like the first knuckle. He's like, that's pretty deep.
Yeah, Trend Killer,
dude.
we got the Mac and Zach, we got a fucking surprise heading your way. So just wait.
But Zach fucking cracks me up, dude, when he was going on about very nonchalant. It's like, yeah, it's so weird how your ass sweat's brown. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, no, man. I think you need to clean your ass better.
You know what it is? I was kind of fucking around.
I don't
was
think
playing
you were.
dumb and I was setting it up for you. But the thing is,
Sure.
is like, yeah.
It came off really serious to me.
It's because you gotta fucking, it doesn't happen when I use the wet wipes.
Dude, so are you doing like those diarrhea splatter shits where it gets on your ass cheeks, and you're just not
No, I
wiping?
think what happens is I just like, because I don't think fucking toilet paper was really made like to just wipe your ass with. It was kind of made for like how how in other countries they have the fucking bidet in their toilets.
Yeah, in
You know,
Japan.
it wets their ass and then they use the toilet paper to wipe off the water. But like, I think whenever like you just use it dry and just fucking, sometimes you spread it like butter up your crack, and it gets in the hair and shit. And then whenever you sweat, it can make fucking brown stains.
Dude,
Bro.
I'm telling you, it's all about the wet wipes, dude.
Yeah.
The wet wipes, the shit wipes is the only way to go. I carry shit with me on me when I'm fucking out doing shit. So like, if I have to take a crap at the fucking mall, dude,
The only time
I got them in the inside. I got them on the inside pocket, man, because I'm not walking around with a dirty ass.
Where do you keep them? You keep them like in your pocket, really?
Yeah, inside pocket, back pocket, something like that,
yeah, like
I mean, you just get like one of those compact, the small things, at like a travel size or whatever.
Oh.
travel size vaporize.
I used to work at a sports bar way back in the day, and I'd always take home a bucket load of those fucking like finger wipes for the wings.
Yeah, those are good too.
Those
yeah,
are good to
like
travel.
those...
Yeah, because they're like the size of a condom. You just put them in your wallet.
Yeah. Well, shit, even smaller than that. But it's like I always find those tucked away because like whenever I go to Buffalo Wild Wings or whatever, they're like, I always grab like a handful and stuff them in my pockets and shit.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, exactly.
You know.
And you wipe your ass with them.
Yeah, man. I mean, if they sting, they're not like the.
Yeah, don't fuck up and use the alcohol applied ones. That won't feel good.
This is ridiculous, dude.
Bub's CGI mouth is disturbing.
Horrible.
He looks like, oh, don't blow your head off, babe. He looks like that fucking weirdo that was in 31. And, and the guy from Halloween 2, Rob Zombie, where they hit the cow and he's like, fuck. He looks like that guy.
That's a movie we got to do eventually, just because we did the first one.
We already did 31, dude.
No, we did. I mean, the Rob Zombie Halloween 2.
Oh.
I'm not a fan of that movie, but 31
fucking
is
31 sucks balls, man.
Dude, I really hope that dude's time is finished with his fucking career is over, because it's just terrible. All the stuff he's been putting out, 31 especially was bad, but
it was horrible.
It's kind of like he had his time and it's like over, like.
Yeah.
The fact he took money from fans and put that piece of shit out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, there's no way that he believed that was good or ready to be put out.
Why was that crowdfunded anyway?
Yeah.
Dude, like, any one of us could make a better fucking more coherent movie than that. What the fuck happened? What went wrong?
It seems like that was a script that he wrote like a long time ago and didn't think was good enough. He's like, okay, you guys want me to do another movie? Give me the money and I'll make this.
So, like, I mean, I could normally say, well, maybe there was something in that script and it got fucked up along the chain, but he wrote and directed, did everything himself, so that fucking script was shit too.
And it wasn't rated. It didn't like get cut by the MPA, I don't think. So yeah,
it's pretty bad.
How shitty is this director to have the blood splatter on the fucking camera lens, dude? That is so cliche and fucking stupid,
well, that's
dude.
Just lame fucking video game bullshit right there.
Amateur as
yeah,
fuck,
it was like
dude.
CG looking.
Horrible. I don't know why they do that.
This guy looks like Billy Blanks, dude. Fucking Tybo. Yeah, I don't know why. What's the point of making the bub mouth all CGI when it opens? I mean, is that necessary? I'd rather not have that eyesore and have that distraction and just like open his mouth regular.
I didn't even notice. I wasn't paying attention to his mouth.
Yeah, it's horrible, dude.
Fucking it's laziness, dude. They're just gonna do everything in post,
It reminds me of the way the creature's mouths open in I Am Legend.
I've never watched that movie. I heard that they actually shot that with like practical effects and then put CG over like the original actors who were.
Yeah, I heard that too, and yeah, fucking bullshit, man. I mean that movie would have definitely benefited from practical effects. It wasn't bad, but I mean everybody jerked it off hardcore.
Yeah.
There's more. Yeah, there's blood all over the camera lens. You're right. No, there it is again.
That's all they do.
That's just the style, I guess, it's going for.
It's like fucking House of the Dead, dude.
House of the Dead movie. That's what I was gonna say.
How did they keep cleaning it off between takes without us seeing them clean it off?
House of the Dead was the biggest fucking waste of money. I mean, I saw it in the theaters, dude.
You saw that in theaters? Holy
No
shit.
Yes. I took one of my old girlfriends from high school, dude. We saw
Did you
House of
dump
the
you
Dead.
after that?
Yeah, we broke up. I don't know. A few
Right
months
after?
Not right after.
Ellie Cornell was in that movie. And like,
In the parking lot.
she was in fucking, Halloween 4. And it's like she de-evolved when it comes to acting. She got worse the older she got.
No,
Yeah,
it's fucking horrible, man.
Somebody at one point recommended that we do the House
Alone
of
in
the
the
Dead
Dark?
movie. Alone in the Dark, and I think House of the Dead too. I mean, somebody had a hard
House
on
of
for
the Dead
Uwe
2?
Boll.
They have a 2?
With
No,
Sticky Fingers?
I said House of the Dead as well is what I meant.
Oh.
There is a House of the Dead 2 with Sticky Fingers. Sticky Fingers. That's awesome.
God, it's like all those fucking movies that those guys can get in is these shitty horror movies. Like Trey Songz was in that shitty Leatherface movie.
Busta Rhymes did.
I never-
LL Cool J.
What's sad is I don't even know Sticky Fingers as a rapper. I just know him from those shitty movies.
Oh.
Thing guys with a Z.
Oh.
It's ridiculous, man.
Well, Trick or Treat, motherfucker.
That's a movie I won't do. I will not.
I
do
saw
Halloween
that in the
Resurrection.
theaters, too.
I did too.
What did you think when you walked out of it at the time?
I went with Pat and Travis. It was awful.
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
I was like, that was a good movie.
Really?
I was a kid. I liked I think I liked that, but I didn't like Jason X.
Oh, we've told the story about Jason X, man. Riverman and I. That was the first movie I ever really wanted to walk out on, and we were broke teenagers, or I don't know how old we were. Maybe not. Maybe we weren't teenagers.
We were broke teenagers. Yeah, we were.
Maybe like 18. I don't know how. But yeah, it's like, man, you don't want to throw away your money, and I was wanting to leave so bad, but I didn't. It's like, okay, Todd's here. We're not talking. It's a movie. He's probably, I don't want to sit there and be like that. And then we get out of the movie, and he said he was thinking the same thing the whole time, except towards me. I'm like, dude, if only we could have read each other's minds, we could have left.
Yeah, I wouldn't have walked out of it, though. I mean, fuck. I mean, when you're a teenager, you're spending, $6 on a movie back then.
I don't
It's
think
like-
I've ever walked out of a movie. I always assume it'll get good as soon as I walk out.
We saw it in a dollar theater.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. I'm sorry.
No, we spent like $6 on it a piece.
We saw. I'm getting it confused. We saw Rocky Balboa in the dollar theater when the pervert came up to us.
Yes, and sitting behind us.
He's in front of us, dude. In front of us.
Did he jack off on your neck?
No, I mean, maybe he wasn't a pervert, but he was kind of creepy. So we're in this dollar theater watching Rocky Balboa, and the theater's completely empty. It's like a dollar theater, right? And then this one guy strolls in, whole theater, and he sits right in front of us too, like in between us two, and he starts talking, yapping it up with us. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And then he starts talking about how, oh yeah, I've been here all day. I've seen every movie. I just hang out here and I see every movie. I'm like, why are you hanging out at a movie theater talking to kids, dude? I mean, we weren't kids. We were like 19 at the time, 19,
He
20.
was looking for other cinema freaks like himself.
He might have even gone as far. I mean, like, I think we tried to race out of there because it's like, dude, this guy's going to try and ask us if we want to hang out. And I can't do it. This guy was like 40 something years old.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was just weird.
That was before a podcast, so he might have wanted to start a podcast with you guys.
Maybe, but don't. I don't know.
They need to pull a fucking cabin fever and have sex before they kill themselves.
Did this guy get bit? Why's he got a gun to his head?
I don't know. I assume he just doesn't want to finish watching the movie.
Yeah, Josh James, is there any good horror movies coming out or anything decent coming out? Because I can't think of anything.
I'm actually really interested to see that new Mutants movie.
Mutants?
Oh, that's that. Didn't that get a little delayed? The horror X-Men universe movie.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. That looked good to me. Shit, I don't know, man. I'd have to look. There's gotta be some good shit.
Yeah,
coming out.
Riverman does not like comic book movies. He just turned them off right away. But Josh James actually works in comic books, so
Yeah,
So
I'm
there
not
you
into
go.
that shit. Aaron's all about that shit. I'm not into that.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, dude, I get it because I'm really getting tired of mainstream comic book movies too. Like, it just becomes. The problem is that they turn it into a formula to make money, and then it's just the most predictable, boring shit. It's just basically a bunch of shit blowing up, you know? It's like, I don't know. I liked Deadpool a lot. That was the last one I saw.
See, I didn't like Deadpool that much. I didn't like it that much. I thought it was whatever. Really? I mean, it's all right.
I like that kind of sadistic humor. Like, appeals to me. But I don't know. I mean, the new one's coming out this year, I think, right?
Yeah.
Deadpool 2.
Yeah. I just thought I didn't hate it. I just thought its budget showed, of course.
It was no Green Lantern.
Oh. Its budget showed, but I honestly think a lot of the jokes kind of fell flat to me. I didn't understand why everybody was just jerking.
It was
off.
good. It was good because because Ryan Reynolds took that project and he turned it. It was good because it felt like the comics, and then that's something that really is seriously lacking in a lot of these big budget movies. The DC Marvel universe is like.
Did you guys know that before Ryan Reynolds was attached to do the Green Lantern, it was going to be like a more like comedic version of the character, and it was going to be played by Jack Black?
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. That's ridiculous, man.
That's what I read somewhere.
What?
Yeah.
Do you remember back with Ghostbusters 3? Ghostbusters 3 had a million different drafts and versions, and before they landed on the female version, there was a heavy talk. Dan Aykroyd was talking about a script he had made, and it was where they were going to pass down the torch to like newer class, and they were they were talking about like Chris Farley, and I think even like Jack Black and fucking maybe even like Ben Stiller. Mm-hmm. I think Chris Farley as a Ghostbuster would have been pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
he would have been a great Ghostbuster.
I used to try to think of like my dream team for Ghostbusters, 3 or whatever.
Pauly Shore.
Seth Rogen. I mean, even what's his name from fucking Disaster Artist? Franco. He might have been good.
Franco, which that comes out on Blu-ray here in like a week or two, by the way.
Really?
Recording. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to picking that up.
You have to get a group of. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, like. I remember Dan Aykroyd threw out the name when he was talking about before they decided on the girls, before they went to Paul Feige or Feige, whatever his name is.
Speaking of movies that I walked out on, dude, that was one of them.
It's a horrible movie. We still want to do a commentary of that. It's so fucking bad. Mm-hmm. That movie's bad.
I might be down for that, but I might want to just do that for my own channel too. But.
It's bad. It's not a good movie.
Yeah, it's so horrible. Bad. I literally walked out and got a refund.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got about a little over halfway through. Like I was like, this is fucking bullshit. I know you're probably thinking it's because like I was an '80s kid and grew up with the original. I really went in there wanting to like it.
It's just not. It has nothing to do with girls, women, or what. It's fucking just a bad movie.
Insultingly bad movie. I was like, this is just shit.
I felt like I was watching Scooby-Doo. Those fucking Freddie Prinze Jr. Scooby-Doo movies.
Yeah,
that whole style of filmmaking is getting really old. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
It's always with those kind of actors. It's like we're just gonna let the camera run, and they're gonna ad lib, and we're gonna use everything. We're not gonna cut anything out.
And I think, someone like Kristen Wiig, I think can be funny and other stuff.
I would eat her ass.
I think she's attractive too in a way. But even the people in it can be funny. I'm not really a fan of Melissa McCarthy, but. Dude, they just were not funny in this. The dialogue was bad. It was awkwardly bad. Like when they would crack jokes.
It wasn't the actresses, because I've laughed at all of them. I mean, I actually think what's that Bridesmaids movie is actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I think that's funny too. I like them.
But the material that they were given was just horrid. It was just really, really just flat and unfunny.
It was embarrassing. It's like when you'd watch a scene that you could tell was supposed to be like a funny part, and you're just not laughing. It's like I felt bad. Like, dude, this is not good at all.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, fuck it. I went out and got a refund from the teenage girl behind the counter, and I went and saw something else.
How late did you make it into the movie?
It was like before the big finish at the end.
So it was like well past the middle?
Oh, yeah. And I've since watched the movie on like Netflix or something since then. And like, I was like, I didn't miss anything at all. The end is fucking just as bad as the beginning, just. I don't know, man. That movie makes no fucking sense to me. It just.
Chris Hemsworth, everything about it's bad. The fucking Ozzy Osbourne cameo is fucking stupid. Everything about that movie is dumb. The CGI is stupid. Dude, it's horrible. It is a bad movie. It is a waste of a budget.
They put a fucking Papa John's commercial in the movie.
And what kills me is, this is what Bill Murray came out of Ghostbusters retirement to do. He was on board with this.
Yeah,
I know, dude.
Because he didn't have to show up, but
dude, I think he actually had his arm twisted into doing it. I don't think that he wanted to. I think he got kind of
Harold Ramis guilt for not doing it before he died.
I think the studios really pressured him. Probably gave him a good chunk of money to support it because they want to have all the other people in it. I mean, shit, they even had Sigourney Weaver in the very end or whatever. But
what? See, I forget who was she in the movie? I forgot this fucking movie already.
She was like almost like an after credits scene at the very end.
They didn't get fucking Louis Tully, man. He was right. He said it was a bad. He's like, it's stupid.
Yeah.
He said he was a pro. Rick Moranis is like, I'm not doing that. Like his response was, I don't need the money that bad.
Now he don't give a fuck about Hollywood anymore.
We need a big bully too.
Yeah,
bigger bully.
Speaking of bad movies,
big bully.
We're already at the end credits here.
Yeah, the credits are halfway over. This movie's a piece of shit. So this is basically gonna be like,
the music just stopped. They gave up.
I know they turned off the fucking new metal Saliva music or whatever the fuck that was.
I give it a 1.5 out of 10. I'll give it a 1.5 for the special. I mean, there's some decent effects.
There was some. That chick deserves at least a 2. I say.
Fine, I'll give her a 2. Fine.
It is bad. I mean, I wasn't paying attention to it either. I mean, I was kind of like keeping my eye on it, and nothing about it looked like they never. I don't know. It seems so confined to that same little set.
The guy that hated that we didn't watch Evil Dead when we did it is going to be back on this one, I bet.
That's fine.
He's going to be like, you didn't even fucking watch it. This is a great movie. You just don't like it because you're a fanboy. The original wasn't good anyway.
Oh, yeah, the guy that left us a novel, a fucking Old Testament of why the new Evil Dead was great and why we
Really?
suck.
I'd love to hear this.
Dude, I'm pretty sure we read it to you.
Did you?
Or no, Josh James. You wrong.
Yeah, we read it with Josh James, yeah.
We don't. I'll send it to you when we're done. I'm not going to read it again. It was a long one, dude. It was like paragraphs. A lot. But anyway, it was funny, though. But we welcome more of that hate with this podcast. So if some of you guys are like, oh man, this movie is so good. My favorite Dead movies are this,
Saban?
Survival. What? Saban Films made this?
Saban.
Is that what it said, dude?
Yeah, it was Saban. Power Rangers.
Is JDF? I thought he should have been in this, dude.
He should have played Bub. He has the perfect fucking wooden acting to play a zombie. I love him. I love you, JDF. You're my dog. I'm just kidding. Not really. But anyway, let us know what you think. If you want to give us hate about this, we didn't pay attention to the movie. The movie's not good. I'm sorry. It's a thumbs down from me. Wasn't feeling it, dog.
The chick made it okay for me.
And no, it wasn't that good.
Josh James, what do you think of it, man?
He just gave it a sigh out of 10.
I don't know, man. It is what it. When I first watched it, the first time I watched it, I was like, that was all right. You know, it's just a.
Are you trying to tell me? Are you trying to tell me that this movie is better than fucking Hellraiser Judgment?
Yeah,
that's what we have to look forward to.
It might be,
man. Actually, I will honestly say that Judgment's probably better.
Oh, okay.
But I like the Hellraiser franchise more than I like Zombie franchise, so I might be a little
biased there. Yeah,
biased,
well, no, that's actually going to make me hate it more because I love the Hellraiser movie, and it's like, which when I see a fake Pinhead in a shitty Hellraiser movie, it makes me more pissed.
They actually did improve the Pinhead actor is way better.
He's way better than the Great Value one from the second.
You know what's funny is I completely erased that guy from my mind. I forgot he even existed.
He looked like he was deformed at birth or something. I mean,
yeah.
It wasn't good. He wasn't convincing. This guy actually kind of looks cool. I don't have a problem with him. It's whatever.
The problem with the Judgment, the Hellraiser Judgment, is that they sucked all the Clive Barker out of it. Which it loses all of its appeal for me at that point, you know?
The beginning of it, they're kind of going for a fucking Saw vibe or something.
Yes, exactly. That's because they do a whole detective thing, and it gets really fucking boring, man. You know, it's like taking the Friday the 13th franchise and they're having like a big fucking cop drama in the middle of it. I mean, who gives a shit? You know?
They've kind of done that with the last couple of Hellraiser movies.
But people really like it. Isn't that what they kind of did with Inferno? And people like Inferno.
Yeah.
I missed a couple of those Hellraiser movies because I stopped watching because they were so bad. I couldn't take it, you know?
Bloodline is entertaining.
Bloodline is part 4.
I
was
like
last.
Bloodline. I was surprised. I thought Bloodline was really good. Well,
that's the last good one.
It was good. Yeah, it was the last good one. But you know,
I'll watch 3 and 4 both over the second one. I just don't. I almost disown.
You're fucking crazy,
I disown the second one.
Nah,
you're crazy.
The second one's my favorite.
Ooh, I think the second one is kind of too slow for my liking.
It to me. I almost disown it and I abandon it because it acts as a part 2 to the first one, kind of like Halloween 2, and it's just the first one's so perfect.
For so long, like part 2 was a movie I could never get through. I'd make it to the same spot and just like get bored of it.
And it just ruins everything that the first one set up for me. It did. Because think about it, the whole first movie, Pinhead's so creepy because he keeps describing hell. And it's just like, oh my God. And then we fucking go to hell and it's horrible. It looks like the set of Roundhouse. You guys remember that fucking sketch comedy show?
They were never gonna like
it looks shitty.
Fulfill the expectations of actually taking us there.
Yeah,
we see a fucking baby doll showing its mouth.
I think they fulfilled it. I do.
The baby doll.
I do.
Look, you know who did a better job at creating a hell? And even that was cheap. The Scorpion Johnny Cage fight in the Mortal Kombat movie. You know, it's You're like, crazy. Let's have some orange fucking lights and be on this cheap dock or whatever. I mean, I don't know.
I hear that a lot, that people like Hellraiser 2, but I think Mac likes Hellraiser 2 better than the original. Right. It's just, it's two camps. Some people like the first one better. Some people
I don't like, it's just.
I do like them both. They're neck and neck for me, but the two, just for me, it seems to get me more interested in the gore effects of shit. There's some creepy, weird shit going on in there. I don't know.
It does have great gore. They didn't even rate that movie. It was unrated, right?
Well, the whole thing, when they kind of get deeper into the backstory and you have, Pinhead and Chatter and all that stuff, and you see all their human forms and stuff. And, what's his face? Doug Bradley gets his throat slit. Right?
Yeah.
I much prefer the mystique of the Cenobites in the first one. Like, you don't know you don't know they're from people. You don't know were they born in hell. You don't know who these guys are. I like the way it is. They're just whatever.
I feel you. I can't believe we're on fucking Hellraiser 10 at this point, and so many of them, 6 of them, are absolute fucking garbage. You know.
Yeah.
Possibly 7, possibly even 7, depending on who you are.
You can get a Blu-ray with all those movies on it for like $2.
Yeah, it's a fucking what a fucking wasted franchise that's dying for a decent reboot, a fucking dignified reboot. You know what I mean? But
if only the Clive Barker reboot would have happened, it could be like a huge series again.
Did you guys see that Clive Barker comment he made on Twitter about it?
About what?
The newest one?
Yeah, it's like he's like, if it says it's from the mind of Clive Barker, believe me, it has nothing to do with my mind. It doesn't have anything to do with my butthole or some shit like that. It's fucking hilarious.
He probably said it like this.
Yeah.
Sounds like Assy McGee now.
He kind of sounds like he's doing like a pig squeal too, like he's inhaling as he talks. But I remember Clive Barker said something like that when the last movie came out. I didn't know he said it again about a new one. The newest.
Does he have emphysema at some point? Because he didn't used to sound like that.
He had throat cancer recently.
Is that what it was? I feel bad for making fun of him.
I think he did. I don't know if he still does.
Well, I'm saying his voice changed, man. His voice became all gruff and raspy and stuff. He didn't used to sound like that. So I apologize for making a joke. I didn't realize that was the case. But anyway, let's wrap this up. This movie sucks. It's a shithole. And we spent time talking about other movies because that's what we do when a movie sucks. But speaking of movies that most likely don't suck, I don't think Josh James does any movies that really suck. You kind of stick to movies that you like. So go over to the R-Rated Horror Commentary channel on YouTube and subscribe to him and check out the movies that he does.
And you can watch the video commentaries on fucking
Horrorphilia.com. Yeah.
Horrorphilia.
Yeah, we don't have we're coming up on our 1 year anniversary in about a week and a half. So yeah, we've had the YouTube channel forever, but we just got picked up by Horrorphilia.com. So yeah, finally we're starting to put up content with the videos because it's not censored, because it's not on YouTube. And I'm starting to take the old content and add the movies in and add them up on that channel, on that network as well. So yeah, go find us and please find us on YouTube and subscribe and, check it out, see what you think, and leave comments, hit like, hit dislike, let us know what you think.
It's good shit, motherfucker.
Tell me what a fool I am. Tell me how terrible the channel is. I mean, say something. God, it's like fucking crickets over there.
Yeah,
no, I'm a huge cynic, but yeah, your shit is great, man. I love it. So go over there and check it out, man.
And if you want more of this,
so we just got done recording Mac and Zach Save the World, Drunken Commentary, and we were gonna call you. But
stop!
You didn't get the Actually, I think we did call you, but you were sleeping or something, and you didn't answer.
Listen how slow I talk.
I think we outdid ourselves because I don't think I've ever... It seems like every time we do a new episode, it's like, oh... This is the fucking one where we got the most fucking retarded, but this one seems like it takes the cake. We recorded two commentaries, but
do I really talk that slow?
I don't know about
I didn't do anything to it.
But I bet you got a fucking funny dick, and it's probably shaped like funny.
Dude, I get so tense when you play that. Like it's fucking cringy.
But your segue into that was so fucking flawless. You're just talking about the Mac and Zach, and you're like, and I bet you have a funny dick, man. Like, what? Where'd that come from? Left hook. Anyway, so if you want more of that, go over to Mac and Zach Save the World, where Zach drinks unsafe amounts of alcohol within an unsafe amount of time, and then he drunk dials me at all hours of the night and leaves that shit for me. And as far as our videos, like and subscribe. Check out all the ones that we've got recently. There's the TMNT 2 that we mentioned. We've got Halloween 2 up at this point. And we've got like fucking years of backlog shit you can go up on. Subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, and wherever you get podcasts. You can either subscribe to the shows individually. There's obviously the Deep End with Aaron Lipscomb. There's the Behind the Mask podcast and whatnot. There's Mac and Zach. Or you can go to just the Revival House feed, and you can get everything all in one place. So, and Zach, you've been why don't you end it and tell them about you re-uploading some of the old stuff to the Revival House feed on Fridays.
Yeah, we explained that on the Halloween.
We'll say it
2.
again, man.
But yeah, like Josh actually let us know that like he went back and was trying to listen to the earliest episodes and they weren't working. And then we found out that the place we used to publish our podcast actually had some kind of system fuck up and some of them got lost. But I was able, because since I was a fan of the show, I had them all fucking saved on my computer and didn't remember. So I was able to put all the numbered ones back. But there's still some interview ones that...
We got all the interviews on YouTube, so we're going to have to rip them from YouTube. And that'll be cool anyway, to kind of give those some love again and to re-upload those on the, even the BTM feed. That one didn't start until just like, a month or two ago. So we needed to, it's kind of nice getting them on there anyways, these episodes that were never on there to begin with.
Oh, they're not going on there. They're just going.
Oh, they're not? Okay, my bad.
They're not getting re-uploaded. They're just they're going to be in the same place they were. They're not gonna like go to the top of the feed or anything. We're just replacing the files.
Gotcha.
So if you tried to go and listen to the older episodes and couldn't anytime recently, try it again now, and it should.
Am I on crack though? I thought you were doing like a flashback Friday where you on the revival feed. I thought you were doing that.
We're doing a flashback Friday thing to put some of our older stuff that we like, some of the best of stuff that's not on the Revival House feed, and we're calling it Revival Classics.
So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So do that. That's neat. But that's all I got. We're gonna exit out. Give me a last comment, everybody. Riverman, you've been quiet. Give me something.
This movie's shit.
Okay. Just Josh.
Brains.
Okay. Zach, if you don't give me something quick, I'm just gonna get some more. I got more drunk footage.
I would eat this chick's ass in this movie.
Zach, your fucking tongue's gonna fall off from jungle rot from all the ass you talk about eating.
Exactly.
But that's all I got. The movie sucks. We'll be back next week with something hopefully better. This might actually make me not want to do Hellraiser because we don't like to do bad movies back to back. We just can't take it. So we probably won't do Hellraiser Judgment. We might be doing Idle Hands next.
And this motherfucker wanted me to watch Hellraiser Judgment twice in a row in one day. And now he doesn't want to watch two bad movies in a row.
Yeah, I don't like to do it. I got to keep my sanity. But that's all we got. Check us out later. And bye-bye, puppets. Peace.